I've had to use her on one occasion so far. I had an accident.
How'd you find driving over on the roads here?
It's different, very
In what,
different.
in what way?
So I started visiting Thailand probably 2017, 2016, round about that time
For a holiday, like?
for holidays, yeah. And I came over regularly. I didn't just do Pattaya. I went round. I did Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Bangkok. So
Yeah.
I did travel round a little bit. My very first place was Pattaya, obviously, but then travelled round the country, got a feel for it, and I decided probably it might have even been the first visit. I thought I'd like to retire here.
Yeah, like a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah, and you know I was getting on to what about 55 then, 54, 55ish.
Okay.
So I was kind of planning my retirement. So I had it in my mind that I was going to retire in Thailand. Then I met my future wife, my wife now,
When you're on holiday here, or?
when I was on holiday. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. And then I decided we just clicked. Basically, we just clicked. And then I said, okay, I want to spend the rest of my life with her. Took me over a year of planning because I owned a house back in England and I had to sell that up.
Okay.
I had to get the company to okay for me to come over here and work. I had to do all the legwork and advise them, you know,
Okay.
of what visas I'd need and what support I needed from the company. Because I've got a good rapport with the company, they basically said, yeah, we still need you, so
Okay.
come across.
And they paid for you to come over here?
No. I had to pay everything myself.
Okay.
But what they pay for is my work permit
Okay.
every
Cool.
year.
Oh, awesome.
So
awesome.
they've got to show all the paperwork and do all that side of it. They employ a company to do it, and that gets done every year for me. Everything else I take care of myself. So the visas and
Yeah.
my report and everything's just done myself.
And how long ago did you move over here?
So I moved over here on my 60th birthday. So I've been here just over 3 years.
And why Thailand? Why not another country? Are you could you have gone to another country with your company or not really?
Like I said, I'd never really travelled across Asia. I've only been to Thailand, and when I came here, I decided that's the place I'd like to retire to. It's nice and relaxing. The weather's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes gets too hot.
Yeah.
You get used to that.
So when you moved over, did you buy this property here? Because you got a lovely property here. What can you tell us a little bit about the property you got here?
Yeah. So my wife owned her own house. We've still got that. We rent it out. It's just down the road a little bit, but it was small. There's 5 of us living here, and that was only 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, and I needed an area to work as well. So it was just too small to have mother-in-law, 2 grown boys, sleeping in one room, and then me and the wife, and then I've got to work in that room as well. It was just too small, so I decided selling up in England anyway, so I'll buy a property here, and it's only around the corner from her house. So we come up here. I liked it. Basically, looked at that property across the road first.
Okay, yeah.
This was all fields at the time.
You got a pool around the back. I'm not seeing it.
No.
No plans to build on.
No.
Okay.
Because it's 2 reasons. Because of the kids.
Okay.
Number 1, and I decided I'm not a pool person, and when you've got a pool, it's high maintenance, it's high costs. Going to cost you on electricity. You've got to keep it clean.
That's true,
you've got to keep it. And how often are you going to use it?
That's it. Yeah,
So most people buy these pools and they'll probably go in it once a month.
Have you got solar in the house at all?
No, it's something I'm looking into. Possible. In a couple of things I've got to do. Insulation in the house I've got to do because they never put the insulation in. And I'm thinking about solar panels, but I'm a little bit worried because you've got to be careful what solar panels you put in. You don't want to buy cheap that danger of fire, etc., and the batteries burning out and things like that. So I'm doing a bit of research into it and how much it'll cost me and how much it'll save me.
And how much did you pay for the property here?
I think it was 2.4 million.
2.4, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And that was 3 years ago, yeah?
That was 2.5 years ago.
So what made you pick this area in Thailand? Because can you tell us where you are, this house is located?
We're in Chatham. We're very close to Palm Hills Golf Course, which is just at the back there. Very close to the beach. So you've got the mountains behind us to the right, and then you've got the beach, which is 5 minutes away that way
Okay.
to the left.
What about to drive to Hua Hin? How far?
Macro's a 10-minute drive. So
It's
if
just
you know
on the
where
outskirts,
Macro
isn't
is,
it? Yeah.
and if you're going into the centre, which I do occasionally, it's about 20 minutes.
About 20
25
minutes, yeah. And pretty much same to Chiam.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
going dead
You see,
centre.
you're about bang halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And how do you find living in this area?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Do you have all the facilities
I've
you
got
need?
everything I need. So
Yeah.
if I need, well, my shopping consists of Macro every 2 weeks and Dinosaur Market. I don't know whether you're familiar with Dinosaur Market.
No, I don't.
It's up towards Chatham. It's just on the right hand side. I think it's
okay.
on Soy 4
Okay.
off the Canal Road, just off the back there. But it's a really big open air, fresh fish and vegetables, etc.
Do you cook like all Western food or Thai food or?
I'm very lucky. Mother-in-law does all the cooking for me. I'm spoiled.
Okay, there, that's very spoiled.
Yeah. So it's mostly Thai food I eat here in the house.
Yeah.
And then occasionally, if I go to Market Village, I'll go on a McDonald's, or we'll go down the bottom and have pizza if we go out.
You know, you're living over here for 3 years now.
Yeah.
What kind of money are you spending per month? And what's your kind of cost of living over here? Because a lot of people are interested in this, I think, and how much you're spending. So, on different things in the house, electric, and I presume you paid for the house already, or
there's no mortgage, but there's still a mortgage on the old house that has to be paid.
Okay.
So I'm paying for that, but it's rented out, so it's 50-50.
Okay.
So in general, so I earn just over 100,000 baht a month, and I spend probably about 95% of that.
Okay.
However, that's not just your fixed charges. It's going out, it's holidays, it's unexpected things, medical bills for mother-in-law. It's cat food, cat expenses. It's all things you don't generally expect. Next month, my insurance is due on the car. That's going to come out. You've got your visa costs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just
unexpected costs.
Yeah, all your unexpected costs. You've got to prepare for them. In general, my fixed bills without food is about 40,000 baht, and then for food and going to restaurants and bars and all that, I've got that in a separate category. That's about 25,000 baht a month, and then the rest of it is your unexpected bills. So your fixed bills and your food and going out is about 65,000 baht.
Yeah, that going out can get pricey, especially if you've got a couple of kids.
Yes.
If you go out as a family, what would you spend if you go to a restaurant?
Easily 2,000.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, you can do, especially if you go to slightly...
Depends on the restaurant you go to and what you're eating. I mean, I like to have a pizza, or I like to have a steak, and it's not cheap. So
absolutely.
But if we went to a local Thai restaurant, what they call the barbecue one.
Yeah, barbecue plaza or something like that.
Yeah,
or Mugatai, you mean?
Mugatai.
Yeah.
If you go somewhere like that, it's down to about 500-600 baht.
Yep.
For the family.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you want to eat and where you go.
Absolutely. What about drinking? Do you go out drinking, or you're not into that? Or
occasionally, very occasionally. I don't go out on my own. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a solo drinker. I don't like going to bars on my own. So if we do go out, it's normally with the wife or a couple of friends. I'll buy wine. I get a box of wine from Macros, and I'll have the occasional wine in the house.
What about your electricity bill here? How much you pay for the electric?
Yeah, it's expensive now.
Yep.
Can
you tell us, or?
Yeah, it's the last bill, bearing in mind that we're in the low season and the height of the temperature, is 4,300 baht.
Okay, yeah.
But I've got 5 air conditioners here.
Yeah, it mounts up. If you've got like a house like this, a beautiful house with 4 or 5 air cons, then you use them regularly.
I mean, we generally don't have the air conditioners on during the day. It's fans during the day. Yeah. We're used to that heat. But over night time, because it's not insulated, this house stays hot. So we have the 3 air conditioners on for about 8 or 9 hours in the evening. So that pushes bills up.
Cool. What about water? Do you pay much for water, or?
Last bill was 195 baht.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap, isn't it? Generally, I've never known anybody pay much
for
the water bill.
That's just for your house water and showers and water in the garden. For water, drinking water, we get water bottles, and I'm thinking about getting a filter.
Yeah, we've got one at our house. Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
you have to tell me about it, because I'm looking into that.
Yeah.
Currently, the price of the water bottles delivery has gone up because the cost of fuel's gone up, and that's gone up by about 25%. So I'm looking at that, and where it's costing me roughly 2,500 to 3,000 baht per month for water bottles at the moment.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking.
Yeah, mount up when there's 5 of you in the house, isn't there? Because you got mother-in-law too. Yeah, it can definitely mount up that.
Yeah, we get about 20 packs every 2 weeks of water.
Yeah,
and we go through it.
Them. Yeah. Out here, you drink so much as well.
Yeah.
What does a typical daylight look for you here? So your typical kind of work day.
Monday to Friday, I'm up crack of dawn, 6 o'clock, water the garden. Mama used to do it. Mother-in-law used to do it, but she's sick at the moment, so I've kind of stepped in and started looking after the garden. There's a lot she can't do now. So water the garden, sort the cat out, empty the bins, just basically tidy up. Generally, I start work about 10 o'clock in the morning, because I try to match India time and UK time.
Oh, okay.
So India starts an hour and a half later, so they start about 11:30 my time, and then the UK starts. Well, you got Europe starts at 2 o'clock, and then UK starts at 3 o'clock. So then I work till either 6 or 7 at night, close the place off, lock my office off, come in, chill out, and then generally everybody from about 7 or 8 o'clock, once it's gone dark, they all just go into their own bedroom, switch the air conditioner on and watch television. So we kind of split up as a family. Yeah. But every so often we'll go in the living room and watch a Netflix movie together and put the air conditioning on then. But that's Monday to Friday. No, it's just.
What about the weekends? Weekend different, or?
It depends on the weekend. Depends whether the wife's working or not. If wife's not working, we'll go into Hua Hin. We'll go to the market village or Big C. Might do a bit of shopping there. Occasionally, we'll go down to the beach. Not as often as I'd like. But there's some nice places around there. But
pretty hot this time of year now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, once you settle into a place, it's right on your doorstep, and you never do it. You just stop doing it. You forget. You just get tied up with life.
Because it's down the road, yeah. I understand what you mean. Yeah, you don't use it as much as you think you will before you come here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I first came visiting here before I moved over, I thought, oh, that's ideal. I can take my laptop down there and just sit on the beach and work from there. It's better in an office.
The reality is, you sat in your office here. Yeah. What surprised you about living over here long term now? Because you've been here 2-3 years. What surprised you? Anything surprised you? Anything different than you thought now after a holiday period?
It's not surprises. Nothing surprised me. It's getting used to different things. It's getting used to the culture. In England, I could be bad-tempered and short-tempered. If you were getting a delivery, for example, and they said it was going to appear on such and such a day, and it didn't, you'd be straight on the phone moaning at them and having a go. But you've got to change your whole way of life here. You've got to not get angry, just tolerate. Everything happens in Thailand in a different way. In fact, in some ways, it's even better, because when they deliver on the time they said, and they'll come and unpack something and fit it for you. It's a lot good, better. But Thai culture, I think I've had to adjust myself to Thai culture.
For sure. Yeah. And being married too, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. The understanding. Language has always been a barrier. My wife's really good now, because when we first met, she had very little English.
Okay.
And we did a lot of translation on Google Translation, and that could go wrong sometimes, and you lead to misunderstandings and tears, because suddenly you've upset someone. You look at the Google Translation.
I know.
But as time's gone on, she speaks a lot better English now. Yeah. My Thai's still crap, because I'm not very good at languages.
Have you tried to learn? Have you made real effort, gone out to have lessons, or have you just tried to pick it up?
I'm trying to pick it up, and I keep saying to myself, I've got a terrible memory for a start off. I learn by repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition. And I keep saying to myself, I will go to classes and I'll start learning. But again, your job gets in the way, your daily life gets in the way, and you're thinking, when can I fit it in?
Yeah. When you're working here, it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. It takes up a lot of time if you're working all day, Monday to Friday, and then suddenly make the effort to go and have lessons somewhere.
I was the same in Germany, though. I lived in Germany for 7 years.
Okay.
And in those 7 years, for the first 3 years, I didn't speak a word of German. And every time I tried to learn German, everyone wanted to speak English to you.
Yeah.
So it was very, very difficult. And then after 3 years, I made an effort and I decided I'll go to school. So I went to school in the mornings for about 6 months and I picked up the basics. And then after that, it just kind of happened. And I learned, I wouldn't say I'm fluent, but I learned enough German to be able to get by.
Do you have medical insurance over here, Kenny? Or
It's company medical insurance.
Okay. Can you tell us about that a bit?
Yeah, sure. I've had to use it on one occasion so far. I had an accident. I went to Kenkrechen, and you know those activities they have at the river, and you can jump on these bouncy things, and
they're dangerous.
Well, I misjudged the depth of the water, and I jumped off into the water, and it was very shallow, and I bruised my hip.
Okay.
So I couldn't walk, and it was very, very painful. I couldn't walk at all. So I ended up going to Bangkok Hospital in Hua Hin, and they did a CAT scan. They did an X-ray first, which was undetermined. He said basically it could be a hairline fracture or something like that. So we'd like to do a CAT scan. So I did a CAT scan as well, and the result was that there was nothing wrong. It was just bruised. So I then I paid for it, and then I just gave all the paperwork into my company, and it was all paid, reimbursed.
Got the money back. And what was the experience like at the hospital? Did they speak English? Was
fantastic? Fantastic. 100 times better than the NHS. 100 times.
Which is in the UK, yeah.
It's. I mean, I couldn't fault
just the overall service from start to finish.
From start to finish. I mean, when my wife drove me to the hospital, I literally could not get in and out the car properly.
Yeah.
So we drove into the car park, and straight away the security guy came up. He saw that I was having difficulties, so he got somebody to come up with a chair, got me out, took me down with the chair, and I just looked after him. It was outstanding service. Mm-hmm. Doctor spoke really good English. There was absolutely no queues. It was just, okay, send you for an X-ray now. 10 minutes later, you've had your X-ray. Come back, he looked at the results. Now I need a CAT scan. Half an hour later, CAT scan. Come back, results. Okay, everything's perfect.
So do you recommend people when they come out here to get health insurance?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Even if you're a younger guy?
Absolutely. Biggest mistake they all make. I see it so many times where they have these GoFundMes and things like that when they've done some really bad. Lots.
Scooter accidents is one of the big ones, especially with younger guys as well.
I had a friend, an older guy, had a motorbike accident.
Okay.
And he basically damaged his neck. He had to go to Bangkok Hospital for operations and things like that. But unfortunately, although he had insurance and motorbike insurance, they didn't cover him for that accident.
Yeah.
So he had to pay out cash.
Yeah.
So it's not just important to get the insurance, it's to get the right insurance and make sure you're covered.
Absolutely, and read all the fine print and make sure you're covered properly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he did everything right. He wore a helmet. He knows how to ride a bike. He's been here in Hua Hin many, many years. Yeah. He knows the system. It was just an unfortunate accident where a dog ran in front of the road.
Okay, dog ran out on him. Yeah, that can happen, yeah. I get a lot of messages saying, some people prefer to pay out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's a good option for some people coming out here, retirees?
For insurance?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, why do you think that?
No. I'm not a real great lover of insurance companies. I've had many, many dealings with them. It's always a fight with an insurance company. But I'd much rather be covered by insurance than that unexpected accident. I mean, when I jumped into that water in Kenkrechen, I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that. Yeah.
It could have been something worse. I might have dived in.
Yeah.
It could have been something worse. You just never know when something's going to happen. You might go for years and nothing happens, but there's always that one chance. So if you've got to look at it as a rolling sort of interest in your own health. You've got to look at. It might cost you X amount, 1,000 baht per year. I don't know what the current cost is, but
a lot more than that. But go on.
It might cost you that, and you may pay for 5 years, and it's just dead money and it's going up.
Yeah.
But that one time that something happens, like maybe on the 5th year,
Yeah.
everything that you've just paid in and more will cover you.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. It's for that absolute emergency, isn't it? You
Yes.
know, that occasion that happens once every 10 years or whatever. Yeah.
There's this it's never going to happen to me attitude. It's not going to get you anywhere. And like I said, I'm not a great lover of insurance companies, but yeah, I mean, your alternative is save the money that you would pay on the insurance. If you
that's what some people do. They do this out of pocket thing where they have a certain amount every month and then they put away. This is another option. Some people choose, which is better than nothing. But I think, the insurance route is probably the best.
Yeah. But if you pay, I don't know, let's say 80,000 baht times 5 years, what's that, 400,000 baht? One operation could cost you $1 million.
You know, you've been living here 3 years. Do you find this area in Thailand generally very safe area to live, especially as an older person?
Yeah.
You're not really old, but older.
63.
63, okay, you feel it's safe walking around at night, daytime, not really any problems at all you've had?
No street dogs, no real problems. Used to be a couple of
here, not too bad for street dogs, this area,
No street dogs.
Okay.
There was one when we first moved in, but somebody adopted it, and it's a lovely dog, basically.
Yeah.
But when they were building, there was the odd one or two around.
That's one of the main things about Thailand, isn't it? The street dogs.
Dogs.
I mean, some areas, you know, they can be quite bad. I'm not going to lie. Some areas. So you're lucky if this area it seems okay. Yeah. But what about when you go out at night?
I feel far more comfortable walking around here or Hua Hin or Chatham of a night, than I would where I come from.
Yeah,
I mean that's in Runcorn. Even the Thai kids, they're so different here. They're completely on a different level.
Yep, different nature.
Yeah,
completely.
There's no chatting back or shouting at you or demanding respect or anything like that. They're all very, very easygoing.
Yeah, that's a big difference actually with the kids here. Actually, yeah, that's very true. So, what do you think are the biggest dangers over here?
Biggest danger is the road.
Yeah,
definitely, 100%.
And you drive a car here, or?
That's my car. I've got a motorbike license and a car license.
Okay, easy to get over here.
Very easy. I've actually got to renew mine Monday.
Okay,
I'm going to renew mine. So my 2 years is finished, and I'm going to renew it for a 5-year one. Very easy to get. Yeah.
How do you find driving over on the roads here?
It's different. Very different.
In what way?
So, in principle, they have the same rules of the road as the UK. So you drive on the left. You're supposed to come to roundabouts. You're supposed to give way. The only difference is where you can turn left on traffic lights, which is like the American style traffic light system. However, it's completely different because a vast majority of Thais, they either have never passed a test, they start riding bikes from the age of 10 or something like that. Most of the bikes on the road that I've seen at nighttime have no lights, so you've got to be wary on that. They don't care about the rules. They'll drive on the wrong side of the road. When you're coming to a roundabout, you've got to basically judge what the other vehicle is doing, and it's, well, who's going the fastest, who's going to give way first kind of attitude. So yeah, it's different driving style. I've adapted to it though, and I kind of quite like it because you can drive how you want to. Yeah, you can get
I
across.
Totally agree. To be honest, but it does take a lot of adapting to.
Yeah.
For the average person coming over here, especially
if you're a timid driver, it's very, very difficult.
So being over here 3 years, have you managed to make any expat friends, Thai friends since being over here? Has you found it easy or difficult?
Yes and no. So across the road there is a Swiss guy.
Yep.
But he only comes here for the winter period, the European winter period. So we're very good friends with them. There's a couple of other guys I know and I chat to, but we don't really go out anywhere or do anything. It's not that I'm a loner and I can't make friends. It's just I'm busy doing other things.
Sometimes, busy with life. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. What about Thai friends? You manage to make any?
Quite a few, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all through my wife. They're all her friends. So,
Yeah. That helps, doesn't it? Have you ever thought, since you've been here, oh no, this is not for me?
No.
After 3 years, have you thought, God, no, I'm going back home?
No.
No, not at all.
Not
You
at
see
all.
this as home now?
Yeah, permanent.
That's
permanent
good.
home.
That's good. Nothing you miss from back home?
If I need anything, I can get it here.
Pretty much in this area,
Pretty
you can,
much,
can't
yeah.
you? Yeah. Because you're not in the middle of nowhere. There's a lot of Western facilities around this area.
I don't know. Do you know Love Bread?
Yeah.
The shop there. If I want pies or something like that, I'll go there. You've got the Big C. If you want some English mustard or HP sauce, you've got Macro. It's nothing really I miss.
So do you think this is a good area to retire, Hua Hin?
Yes.
Or do you think there's better areas around Thailand? I say Hua Hin, this is kind of Chiam and Hua Hin, halfway in between. You kind of classed as Chiam, but you're very close to both. So.
Yeah. For me personally and my lifestyle, this is absolutely ideal. There's nowhere else I'd want to be. Chiang Rai I've visited, Chiang Mai I've visited. Lovely places, but you're far away from any beaches to start off. And then you've got that burning period and the bad atmosphere, the
that
bad
smoky
air.
season,
You don't get bad air here.
What's the air like here, do you think, in general?
Well, I would say it's good, but it is obviously dusty because you can see on your car and on the floor and that you get dusty like that, for example.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's dust in the air. There's definitely dust in the air. But
I think this time of year, that's everywhere in Thailand. Yeah.
But compared to Bangkok and Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai areas, northern areas, it's a lot better. I've seen videos of people living in Isan and around Pattaya and that. Pattaya is a great area to live if you like the beer and the nightlife.
Yeah.
Once you get bored with that.
Yeah, it's a big old area, Pattaya.
Yeah.
There's a lot of areas around there, so you don't have to live in Pattaya. You could live, jump in or ride out a bit, 15, 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Like you do here, like a little bit out. And I think there's some great areas, actually, people probably don't really know about. They just see the walking street and the central Pattaya, which is like a bit intense and good for a holiday. But to live there would be intense for sure.
And I still love going to Pattaya.
Yeah.
But I like to go onto the islands just off.
Yeah, Koh
I love going to them and just relaxing. So occasionally me and the missus will go on the odd trip to Pattaya, stay 4 days, and just go onto the
islands. Like visiting places from around here, which is like your favourite kind of bolt hole to go to if you were like going somewhere south, north, or we go back to Bangkok or...
Well, her family is all from down south.
Okay.
So they're from Suratani and Nakam Sitamarat.
Okay.
So we go down there to visit family. It's a good old 8-9 hour drive.
Yeah, that's a long drive.
Yeah. You get down there and it's beautiful places, some beautiful beaches and areas down there. So we can go down, visit her family, and we can do a bit of beaches and countryside.
Yeah.
For just day trips, Kengkrachen.
Yeah,
it's absolutely lovely, take the kids, go Kengkrachen.
What are some of the downsides of living here, Kenny?
Heat.
Yeah.
That's the number one downside. I work in the office there. I don't really put the air conditioning on. I've just got a desk fan. But you can get temperatures of 34, 35 sitting there, and you're just covered in sweat. And there's no physical exercise. You're just sitting there and you're pouring with sweat. So heat is the biggest downside. Bangkok, I don't like going to Bangkok. So if I have to do any official business, that's a downside for me.
You have to go back there to do some business sometimes, and you don't like it, eh?
No,
okay.
I'm not a fan of Bangkok.
Really?
Okay. No. I mean, from what I've seen, it's everywhere I've been. It's just you've got that overhead railway line. You can't really see the sky. It's just full of traffic, and I'm not a great fan of Bangkok.
And what do you think is one of the biggest mistakes you could tell someone who's thinking about retiring here to not do before they come here? Like a big mistake maybe you made or you can think of?
I would say do your research first. I mean, as I said, it took me a year before I moved over here. So I did my research. I got all my
here first.
Yeah, get all your ducks in a row. Make sure, take care of all your business in the UK before you come over to retire. So the last thing you want to be doing is, I know there's quite a few retired guys who've got properties in the UK still, and they've got to go back and take care of that. That must be a pain having to deal with that. Because I'm the type of person, it's like, I decided to come here, live here. I haven't give up with the UK. I've still got a UK bank account, but I've got no property there. Still got family there, but I've got no real need to go back to do anything. And God forbid, I don't really want to. The way the UK is going at the moment. But let's not get into politics.
No, definitely not. I think we'll leave it there today, Kenny. Thanks so much for doing this today. Really, really appreciate it.
Welcome.
I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And shake your hand, buddy.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon.